Hello and welcome to my day one thoughts of the Razer Tartarus keypad and stuff. Here's my experience with it, and so far, I'm still getting used to it and stuff. And here's one thing that I didn't notice. This is the first time I ever used this type of, I guess, analog or whatever you want to call this. What do you call this? What do you call this thing? Whatever. So so my first impressions was, oh, I should just put my thumb over here so I can just move around and stuff. But the thing is, here's one thing I didn't notice. My hands, this thing was designed for, in my opinion, selected types of hands, and to be honest, my hands feel like if I'm trying to tap this one over right here, this one, it feels like I'm stretching my thumb a little too far and stuff. Either that I'm resting it the wrong way and stuff. And yeah, it's not. I rarely use this thing, even though its main purpose was to be the space bar and stuff. Maybe because my hands is small. I don't know if my hand is considered small in this gaming pads standards, but in my opinion, my hand is small. I don't feel comfortable trying to reach this and then this. Well, right now it does, but if I'm trying to tap the A and ASD keys and stuff, yeah, it's not really. You see, like right now, see, I'm trying. I feel my thumb getting tired just being here. So what it is, thank goodness all of this can be customized and stuff. This is my spacebar. This is my spacebar. So now I feel very I feel like at rest. I like it. Okay, so WSAD. So this is what it is. This is my setup right here. So I recommend switching this to the spacebar if your hands are like me, I guess. Don't know how. And oh yes, coming back to this one, the analog thingy. We're trying to use this thing on the go and stuff, but on this by placing your thumb this way and switching back to this back and forth, it's not, in my opinion, it's not really recommended. But I did found something else that I can use it for. So instead of just resting my thumbs here, I just simply tap right here. I go down, I go left and right, and then I can just tap lightly over here to, just simply tap like here. So because of this, I am playing Counter-Strike Global Offensive with this thing, and I rarely use this thing. My only setup for this thing is for the buy option, escape option, and this is for the scoreboard, the tab button most likely. And this thing is I believe this is the F, when you want to inspect your weapons and stuff. But other than that, I also tried using this in Team Fortress 2. I believe I rarely used this for Team Fortress 2. So yeah, my only setup was this space bar, crouching, and then this is the shift button, which is only useful for Counter-Strike Go because you can use it for Team Fortress 2. Yeah, I should actually mention what games I played with this thing at the moment. Team Fortress 2 and Counter-Strike Go. That's it at the moment. I'm not sure. I haven't tried other games, mostly because I don't have it installed, like maybe Call of Duty, I guess. Should I try it out on that? I don't know. I'm not gonna try it out, I guess, until you guys want to request it, I guess. And then I'm gonna go try it out. I'm only keeping this thing for 10 days. And if it impresses me, they'll keep it. But if it does not impress me, I'm gonna return it and stuff. And might as well go save that money for other Razer products. Like, there's actually more versions to it. This is I guess the cheapest version. The other version, I guess, is called the Orb Weaver, and then the Orb Weaver Stealth. I actually want to try out either the Stealth version. Actually, I don't know, because the Stealth version, when you tap on this, doesn't make any sound, so that's the reason why it's called the Stealth, obviously. But I don't know, like I kind of like the sound of the tapping. So basically, the Stealth edition is mostly a preference and stuff. But anyways, coming back to this thing. My only complaint with this right now is obviously it has something to do with the fact that it is cheaper and stuff. Is that this is the WSAD controls. Trying to Because I'm used to switching weapons from, you know, the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 above, like this one, like over here. This is the, yeah, say WSAD, and then switching weapons above. It does not have that option right here, mostly because this is the cheaper version. The old Weaver have the numbers above it, but it's more expensive. So, and it wasn't available in the Best Buy that I was finding and stuff. So that's why I just bought this one instead. This was the only available one at the time, so that's why I bought it to try it out mostly. So what I did is I tried putting the WSA key controls around 8, 13, 12, and 14. I tried that earlier, but because of, for some reason, my hand that's the reason why I keep saying this hand is more of a general term. My hand feels shorter and stuff. Now I'm not sure. I tried reaching and stuff. It doesn't feel right. And here's another comment to the keypad's placement and stuff. The number 3, in my opinion, is useless. If I tried putting it over here, if these my controls, mostly because if you look over the setup of this thing, here's my controls and stuff. I'm using the I'm always holding on the W to move around, because you know I need to move around and stuff. And if there are certain things, like for example a sudden enemy just popping out on the side, I use this two hands this 2 fingers right here to switch my weapons quickly as possible. So W, hold, just walking, and then I can just switch. I can just switch like, how do you mean? I can switch like this in the on the go. Like I can just do that, just walk while walking. This thing on the other hand, compared to this, I can do, I basically I can only do it up to here. If I tried going over here, then the way how my hands work, I have to move my entire palm away like this. Like, see, and if I try to tap it like this, it's already like I'm like over this, like, how do you say this, I'm forcing my fingers against each other. It's not, so basically I don't recommend you putting any imported weapons in the number 3 button, because if someone just, you know, pops out in front of you, you won't be able to get this. You won't be able to get this. So because of that, I went with its original intention, the WSD format, like this. So I won't be able to use any weapons up here. So instead, I place my weapons over here instead. This is the pistol one. I'm talking about the Counter-Strike setup, okay? This is the pistol one. I always switch. I need the secondary one, mostly because you can quickly put it out, and then it's more of the emergency stuff. So emergency pistols over here. This, my knife goes down here, and then this one is for my main weapon. Because of how my hand works, I guess this is hard to reach in my opinion. That's the reason why I put my main weapon there. And oh geez, you can hear the sound of a phone and stuff. Sorry. So yeah, so this is how I play. There we go. Move, switch weapons, and emergency pistol. Jumping around, and then not putting my thumb on top of this thing, but only on the side, because just by simply tapping it, you can do the 8 directional movements like this. See, like this. Like, see, you can do more. You can do a lot of stuff just by tapping just slightly tapping on this side. Then you can just turn around it, and that if you want to tap, if you want to tap the one in the middle, just put your hands up and a boom, boom, boom. Da da da. There's that. This thing I rarely use because my thumb is too far away. Unless the way how I hold my hands, or my hands too short, is in the wrong, then yeah, this is just day 1 of me testing it out, so I can't really judge it up to on the entire 10 days of me keeping this thing with. So yeah, the usual control, shift, and this thing, I believe I either put the escape button or the grenade. Actually no, the grenade button is over here. Escape button is over here. For some reason I put the escape button there. Unless I put the grenades there. Let me double check. No. Last weapon use over here. Grenades over here. Because I just wanted to do it as quickly as possible, you know. This thing is the reload button, so that's the reason why I was able to put the weapons here. And this is the call button, so I can talk to people, and it actually feels normal for me just by just putting my hands downwards, drop people while I'm walking at the same time. And then if I'm engaging right now, I don't need to talk to people while I'm doing it because I might die, so I'm just gonna quickly just shift this and then just move around and just avoid bullets. This thing is a little, like, I don't use this lower part here that much unless I have to, like, basically the number 3 and the 13 one, the trees is really a little difficult to use if you're trying to move around that quickly. If you're trying to go with a setup, this is the weapon switch and stuff. So I place this one as the weapon drop, key. We're still talking about Counter-Strike, okay? As we weapon drop key, so I can just drop my weapon if I really need to drop it, because I rarely use this weapon unless that's the reason why I put the weapon drop there. Number 12 on the other hand, I'm trying to remember what I did. Oh, this is the use button. So yeah, I remember one time, because I don't use this all the time unless I need to defuse a weapon and stuff. I kind of completely forgot that I got used the normal key one, where this is the use button. So I tried pressing this one, I reloaded, and I panicked. I tried tapping F and stuff. I don't remember, because I usually F in some games is usually the default use item button. So I panicked and stuff, and eventually I never pushed this and it exploded. Yeah, that happened. So eventually I eventually got used to the fact that this is the use button. Yeah, I was able to defuse some bombs finally, but yeah, it's just a little bit of getting used to. But yeah, that's what I think so far. I might as well go try different controls and stuff. If you guys know how this works, you can suggest me other things, other ways of controlling, and types of setups I can use with this thing. Other than that, this is my first day of using this thing. Eventually other days might change my opinions with this, and maybe new controls might help me improve my view on this thing. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys.